So, back for another video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great, staying fit and healthy. So, in today's video, as I did in the last video, I said about that we was going to talk about the usage of steroids and things like that. So, you guys absolutely viewed that video as well. And we got a good amount of likes on there as well, so we're going to do this video. Now, before we get on to the video, I want you to quickly do two little things for me. Literally hit the like button and subscribe. It's two things, simple, easy, and that's all I'm asking for you. So, now, let's get right on to the video. With steroids, now, they are one of the biggest things that are used within the fitness industry that are not, they're looked at as the dark side. A lot of people see them as bad things. Yes, they are, but they have their pros and they have their cons. Now, I'm gonna give you a lot for it of information on when people take steroids, how they take steroids, everything like that, and what it does to affect their bodies, what's the pros and cons for it, and do you really need to be looking at taking, because I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who are in the gym, who are in the fitness, and they have dwelled or they have thought about taking steroids and things like that. Now, this video is to give information on that type of thing. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying go do steroids or anything like that, because obviously it's not a good thing. So don't do that, but I will give you my insight of what I think they are for your body and things like that, and everything to go with it. So, with steroids, what happens is they're a man-made drug that is found in just above the glands in your kidneys, and it's a hormone drug. Now, what happens is when this is taken, so doctors can prescribe it to you in loss of things like testosterone loss, which is generally when you get to an older age and you need testosterone to keep your body in that state. Without testosterone, you can't build muscle and things like that, and obviously your hormones can be a bit fluctuated. So, with things like that, but in higher dosage, which is what bodybuilders use, or elite athletes, or people that in nowadays, a lot of people that go to the gym do use steroids, but they do it for the wrong reasons. They do it as in oh, I want to get the biggest guy in the room. If that's your reason, you're a fucking idiot. If you want to do steroids just because you want to be the biggest guy in the room, you're a fucking idiot. Now, I don't know why you would fucking do that, because there's so many health implications that can happen just because you want to be fucking bigger than someone else. You are probably a dickhead, without a doubt. If you do that, if you're watching this video and you do that, you're a fucking idiot. So, regards to that anyway, if you take steroids in a high amount of dosage, this increases what is then the steroid usage, which is anabolic steroids, which increase your body production of testosterone levels, which is obviously pumped into your body. There's other types of steroids out there, there's numerous that will do different effects, different variations, and what they can do there is long lasting, short lasting, there's a lot more. So if you have a short lasting steroid, you have to jab yourself or inject or oral. If you take tablets, whatever you do, they have to do that, say every 2 days, because it's fast acting, where if it was long lasting, it may be only twice a week, things like that. So there's a difference in it. But if it's a long lasting one in your body, it means it enters the body really slowly and then it exits the body really slowly. Now, in conjunction to that, that can destroy you long term in the regions, because what it can do is not only just destroy your mentality, it can destroy a lot of your body physical well-being as well. So, and that is for people that go on cycles a lot of the time. Most IFBB pro athletes will be on steroids all year round, all the time, purely because they have to in order to compete. So that's their reason for it. Now, unless your reason is you're looking to become IFBB pro, or you're looking to be the top of the game, and a lot of people, if it's a top level game, people use steroids. Even people at the Olympics will use some form of drug performance, because without other people knowing. Yes, there's tests, but how many people out there do a lot of steroids during their training to increase them? So when they get to the stage that they're not on steroids, when they do their drug use, it's all being flushed out of the system, and then they don't seem it, but they've enhanced their performance to get there. So in a theory, yes, it's like cheating, but you would be surprised with how many people out there use steroids without people knowing. There's a lot of people out there that will claim that they're natural and things like that, but that's the type of dickheads that will not come out and say things that they are unnatural, or they've taken steroids in their past, things like that, and that's where the hatred comes onto it. Steroids shouldn't be looked at as so much as a dark side. If there's a specific reason For why they are using steroids, I can understand why. Because it's if it's up to their body and what they do into their body, fine, that's what they do, they all want to do that, then cool. But if you're doing it just because you want to be the biggest guy in the room, then again, you're a fucking idiot, so you should stop. But what do steroids do actually to your body then? So, if they get it in like a syringe and they do what is the jab, so I'm sure you've had it at school multiple times, you've had the jab before, injections. So what they would do, they would inject themselves into the muscle, and then what happens is that man-made steroid will increase protein synthesis. Now inside your body, it's a genetic structure which has molecules inside of your body. And there's a missing part inside that molecule which is increasing protein synthesis. So once that, and what happens is this steroid fights off inflammatory, so any bacteria and viruses, it does that a lot better, but it does weaken the body as well. So you can also gain a lot of illnesses because of it. So it does swing some roundabouts, because that's a big factor. Also, there's a lot of hormonal problems that can happen with it. There's a lot of side effects that can happen with steroids. So there's things like you can get acne, you can get night sweats, insomnia, you can vomit, you can have diarrhea, you could there's so much out there. You can get hormonal anger, so it can put your anger up a lot higher, so you can get snappy for no reason. Depression, anxiety. There is a lot of bodybuilders out there that will become depressed or unhappy with themselves because of it, and it's a long-term, as if it's a long-term thing as well. It destroys their mentality and their mental health. Now there's a lot of that. Obviously, the good things for him is that yes, you build muscle quite quick, recovery is a lot better, and things like that. It does increase like your ability to build muscle and stay ripped and things like that, but it all comes at a cost and things like that. So yeah, but anyway, what happens is, so that genetic structure that's inside this man-made drug, which is I don't know the scientific names for it, but I know about it. Inside your body, there's a genetic connection structure of the DNA, genetics. There's a missing gap in that genetic structure which cannot link to anything else in your body because it doesn't produce that type of enzyme. Once that enzyme hits your body and it touches and it gets into that molecule, and what they do, they latch onto it. Once that closes that gap up, that connects into it, and what this steroid does, it increases protein synthesis. Now you can take steroids, but if you still don't put in the right amount of work, so if you don't eat correctly, if you don't train correctly, and you don't have that right intensity and recovery period, you still won't build muscle. So all steroids do is it aids to increase the protein synthesis and your recovery. So it basically speeds up your system, your immune system, to start battling off more infections. It starts to recover better. It starts absorbing your nutrients a lot better. It increases that protein synthesis of recovering the muscle fiber tears. So if you've seen in my one video about talking protein synthesis and destroying your muscles so you can rip your fiber tears in that protein synthesis, what this does, steroids, increases that by a substantial amount. So you can go and see transformations out there who have done like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 months, and you can see a significant amount of results if you compare it to a natural person compared to a steroids person. It is like astonishing of what the speeds and the rates it can do. But what does this mean? Should you do steroids? Absolutely fucking not. If you was going to go down the steroids route, the only reason why I would say you would go down it, again, is if you're looking at top level elite performance stuff, you are looking at bodybuilding as a high end thing, but you have to understand there's repercussions to it. There's a lot of side effects, and if you're a naturally aggressive person or a naturally depressed person, by taking that, all it's going to do is increase that 100 times more, and it can destroy you long term and short term, so it's not worth the risks, okay? So, and again, once you come off, you can lose your gains because you don't stick to your training. You become depressed, or you lose anxiety, or you get anxiety, for instance. Then you stop training, your diet goes to shit, you then get fat because your water weight then adds back in, steroids don't wear off, and then that's where it fluctuates. It can mentally destroy you. So, staying natural is probably your best bet, because long term, you can build, okay? So your body can stay lean and you can listen to your body in better respect, and you're not gonna get that spike of going up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. So that would be the best way. And you haven't got to deal with side effects and things like that. So anything like that really. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, again, make sure you hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, anything you wanna know next. it can be any topic you want to know, whether if it goes more in detail with steroids, if it wants to go into, I don't know, anything really. So you make sure you drop a comment, and I'll see you all in another video.
I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a